Hey family, it's your girl Kiri and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel we talk about all things faith, business, and lifestyle, and we do a little something on the side. By the title, you already know what this video is about, so we're gonna hop straight into it. Stay tuned. Okay, so I do have my phone here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I will be looking at. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about choosing a name for your hair business. So the first point I have, well, the first suggestion I have for you is to be unique. When you're choosing a name, you want to make sure that you are being unique, you're being creative. At the end of the day, you also want to make sure that you stay away from names that are similar to other names. That's why I say be unique, because if you have a name that's close to someone else's that may be in another category, let's say they sell clothes and you sell hair, it can be really confusing and controversial when it comes to legal purposes because your name is similar to someone else's. So that's the first point. Number two, don't use common and controversial names such as Galore, Couture, Mink. I use those names. Glamour. I use those names because those names are the most common that I see with up and coming hair bosses. You want to make sure you use something that is, you got to think, this is your business at the end of the day. Not saying anything is wrong with those names. I say they're controversial because people use those for boutiques as well, and for hair businesses, and maybe a nail business. So when choosing your name, that's why you want to be unique, and you don't want to use names that are common, such as those that I named. That was just to name a few. But when you're choosing your name, you want to make sure that you are thinking about this long and hard. It takes time to come up with a business name. It's not just something that's gonna just happen overnight, and if it is, you might need to rethink it, because at the end of the day, this is your business and your company is a representation of you. And so you want to create something that is sentimental to you, that means something to you, that was long, hard thought out and you didn't just come up with something that you seen that you thought was cute, because at the end of the day, your business is for other people, and your business name also represents your target audience, if that makes sense. So steering towards names like Glamour and Pretty Girl, blah blah blah, and all of that, that's catered to me. When I hear that, I think about a younger crowd. So if that is who you are targeting, then it's okay. But you have to remember too, if you want to create a sustainable business, the name needs to go with you. Nike has never had to change their name. Amazon, it's simple. It means something to them. We don't know why they chose those names, but you don't have to worry about anybody taking their name or not knowing who they are, because like I said, the name, your company name represent you. So you want to make sure that you choose something sentimental to you, something meaningful, something that you wouldn't mind having 10 years from now. And that goes into my next point. You want to choose something memorable, something where as soon as they hear your name, they know that it's your business. When you hear Nike, you already know Nike. When you hear Amazon, you know Amazon. When you hear Yummy Hair Extensions, you know exactly who Yummy is. When you hear Snob Mob, you know exactly who they are. And so you want to create names along that category, something that 10 years from now, and both of those businesses have been in business for 10 years. So that name has been with them for 10 years. Snob Mob is very creative because her content and marketing matches exactly what the name says, and it's pretty cool that it does that. So you just want to think about that. If you're having trouble with coming up with the name, just do your research. Think about, I don't know, what you want your company to mean to others, what you want to be, what I'm trying to say, you got to think about what you want to be remembered for, and make up some synonyms. I don't know, but just make it memorable, because we're creating sustainable businesses. We're not creating little one-hit wonder businesses. So with that being said, your name needs to match that energy, period. And think of a name that is trademarkable, because people are out here stealing names. They stealing designs, they stealing brands. When I say a trademark is higher than an LLC. I have a trademark lawyer myself, but you want to make sure, number one, that your name is trademarkable, and the only way to do that is by getting in touch with a trademark lawyer to make sure that it's trademarkable, because some words cannot be trademarked. So that's just something for you to think about. A lot of people don't get their businesses trademarked, but it is something that you should do, because if you blow up overnight and people see that, you have some people out there that will try to steal your name or your brand. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month, okay, so yeah, so there's this brand called Fancy Homebody, and the CEO's name is Vanessa, and she has a luxury loungewear brand. It is amazing. And girl, someone literally tried to copy her name, like her entire brand identity, and it was just crazy. And thank God, you know, she have everything trademarked. But what I'm saying to you is, you have these type of people and you need to make sure you are covered. So when you're choosing a name, make sure that it is unique, it is memorable, it is creative, it is different, but it is also trademarked if it can be trademarked, because you do not want to risk everything you worked hard for and then you have to change the name because somebody trademarked your business name before you did. Because who wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? So when you're choosing a business name, make sure you choose something that is memorable, like I said for the 50th time. And you want to stay away from common names, like I also said, and those, just to name a few, those little names that I named, because you don't want to be associated with another brand. You want to stand out. Like, oh, that's automatically when you hear Target, we already know what Target is. We know what Target means, the vibe that Target has. When you hear Walmart, we already have associated certain things with these stores, but we know the name and we know the brand, we know what they stand for. So you want to make sure you're creating the exact same thing when you're choosing your business name, especially for a hair business, because to me, I feel like that's the hardest thing. Because if you, when I was choosing my business name, so my company, if you don't know, is called G3 Hair Collection. Originally, when I was choosing names, and I had a bunch of names, and I still have my notes, so I will put it on the screen here so you can see. It took me a minute, but choosing a collection means that I'm not limiting myself to just selling hair extensions, or, you know, if that makes sense. So I chose G3 Hair Collection instead of G3 Hair Extensions, because then it might make you think I'm only selling hair extensions. If I say G3 Hair Collection, I could sell products, I could sell wigs, I could sell extensions, I could sell, excuse me, I could sell shampoo, conditioner. So a collection is a plethora of items. So that's why I went from G3 Hair Bundles, G3 Hair Extensions to G3 Hair Collection. So see, you really have to think long and hard and long term for your business. If you want this to be a long-term business, think about, well, this name has this. So like I just told you, I can sell a bunch of things under this name instead of changing it and having to add another name or a DBA for an association of something else that I'm trying to sell, if that makes sense. So you just want to make sure that your names make sense. Now, in the hair industry, I love how people are doing, creating different names, like 7 strands. That was very unique, very beautiful, very different. I don't know what it means, but it could mean 7 different strands of hair, 7 different types of hair. We don't know, but it was just, she didn't limit herself to just 7 strands hair. It's 7 strands. She also sells products such as shampoo and conditioner and things like that. So, you know, even everything Ebony collection. So, you know, wigs by Everything Ebony, like just like that. You just want to make sure that, like I said, the names are unique. They're not common and controversial. They are different, they're creative, and they are well thought out, because again, this is your business. And if you don't see yourself being in business for more than a year, then don't worry about it. But if you do see yourself building a sustainable company, then you need to think long and hard about your name, because this is going to be with you wherever you go. You are associated to your brand. So that's all I have to say for this video. I just wanted to put this out there because, like I said about 10 videos ago, the hair industry ain't going nowhere. And all of the vendors I give you and everything like that, girl, start that hair business. But when you come up with a name, make sure it makes sense for your business and it has all of those things that I listed. So that's it. I just wanted to drop those gems for you today. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you notify each and every time your girl upload a video. And until next time, family, I'm out.